All right, you want to introduce yourselves?
I am George Call, singer for Banshee.
I am Terry Dunn, the guitar player and founder of Banshee.
And are you the only original member left?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
All the rest were found in a dump truck somewhere. Oh. I gave them CPR, tried to resuscitate them. It's unfortunate. Tried to bring them back.
So when did the band start?
The band originally started in 1986 in Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay, and then you got signed to Metal Blade?
Well, actually, we did a 5-song EP entitled Crying the Night that was picked up by Metal Blade for distribution worldwide.
Okay.
And then about 2 years later, we took on a manager who had a friend at Atlantic, Jason Flom, who ended up signing Banshee for Atlantic Records.
Okay. And how did that transition go?
They got spanked, fluff buttered.
Well, we released a record called "Crying." No, shit, wrong. So, "Race Against Time," and we had a video on MTV for 7 weeks, and there were some issues that came up that I don't usually talk about, but it wasn't my fault. I can say that much.
Which part wasn't your fault?
All of it. But I can't.
So the style change wasn't your fault?
I can say it was the singer's fault, but I won't mention his name.
All right, okay. Because you changed drastically your style of music between those two records.
They did.
Well,
they did.
You know, when we did the EP, that was really what Banshee was all about. That was the true heart and soul of Banshee, the heaviness, you know. And everybody still, to this day, loves that EP.
Oh, I do.
Thank you. And when we signed with Atlantic, you know, of course, they're all about wanting to make money, and so they kind of tried to change us and make us more glammy, you know, which I really never wanted.
They succeeded in doing.
Well, if you listen to Race Against Time, you know, there's still some heavy elements on there. There's some heavy songs. And there's some really not heavy stuff, like, well, I'm not going to mention any names, like song is. But, and then we released a compilation of material. It was stuff that we didn't do on the record. It was just leftover stuff, and that was taken by storm. And, you know.
And that came out when?
That was in about '93, I believe.
Okay.
And that stuff, there was some good heavy stuff on there, but then there was still some, you know, it still sounds very 80s.
What was that on a label, or did
no?
you
We
guys...
released it on Snowblind, which is our current label now.
Okay.
You know, I think this record, the new record, Mind Slave, is like the record we should have done after the EP, after Crying the Night.
I can see
it's
that.
Much heavier. It's a little more progressive, and.
Has the band always been together, or did you guys break up, or? The
band broke up in about we did a few reunion shows. We did a reunion show in 1998. And then we did another one in 2004. And then actually 3. And then we played Rocklahoma in 2008, down in Pryor, Oklahoma. That went really well, but at that point I realized that there's no way that I could work with the band. You know, it was just too much animosity and too much negativity between the band members. And so I just said, you know, since I founded the band and wrote the materials, I just figured, you know, who better to carry the torch for Banshee than me? So.
And then you got this guy.
This probably would not be happening without this guy, because this is probably one of the top 5 singers in my, you know.
Oh, stop.
And I'm serious. George is one of the best singers I've ever heard, and I feel very fortunate and very blessed to be working with him.
Here's one. Anybody that's easily offended over religion and all that, close your ears for this one. This is a song. Sometimes when you say your prayers, nobody answers. Nobody answers. It's called Godless.
you are also currently the singer for
Azkath.
Okay.
And have been the singer for Azkath since its inception.
Which is?
Which was, I think, our first cassette, because it wasn't a CD yet. It was 91, 90, something like that.
Yeah, 91.
You know, and I remember, I think Gorgar was one of the winners on the call-in contest on, was it
WSFW.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think that we gave away some cassettes of that, and he called in, and so we go a long way back.
Say hi, Gorgar.
Hi, Gorgar. 91. Now, was Appel still doing it then, or was Similo
Steve.
doing it? It was Steve. Okay.
Yeah, it was, what was the name?
Steve Similo.
Similo. It was Similo.
Yep.
Absolutely. Now, I wasn't there. It was, you know, my other co-founding guitar player, Darren Knapp.
And he's not in Azkath anymore?
No, he's actually, he's cut his hair, moved to Costa Rica, and he now is the pastor at a good old Hallelujah church.
Praise Jesus. Praise the Lord.
So did you replaced him then?
Yes, he was replaced with his guitar tech, Daryl Norton, who joined the band. He was in it for 10 years. Did the Absolute Power album with us, and the new one that is coming and will be out hopefully before the end of the year.
So is it easy juggling two bands?
It is difficult, but I wouldn't know because I don't juggle two bands. I'm currently juggling three.
Three? What's the third band?
I'm in a band called Violent Storm with Mick Servino.
This is news to me.
Oh, no, yeah.
I'm kidding.
No, Mick Servino is,
news.
you know, formerly of Yngwie Malmsteen. It's Yngwie's former brother-in-law. Maybe you've heard of him. He played with Richie Blackmore also in Blackmore's Night. And we have a band together. We've recorded some tracks. Haven't actually released anything but a single. And it's not as active as either Azkath or Banshee.
Banshee's better than.
So, but it makes, you know, certainly it makes it easier that Banshee, you know, that Violent Storm is not as active as either of the other two bands. But yeah.
Okay, and where are you based out of at this point?
We recorded the record. Well, actually, we recorded the rhythm tracks of the record, the tracks in Omaha. And we rehearsed there. Some of the solos were recorded in Traverse City, Michigan. George recorded vocal tracks down in Dallas. Anywhere else? And two of the tracks were recorded at the Sound Farm in Iowa.
That album was recorded all over the place. It was recorded in Dallas, Texas, and Keller, Texas.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It was recorded in
What was that studio down in Dallas?
Iowa. It was recorded in
the studio.
Omaha. The studios were Night Recording and Nomad, where King Diamond, Merciful Fate do all their albums.
Nice.
That's where I did the majority of my vocal tracks were done there, with Gary Long producing and engineering. So the album was basically recorded all over the States. The members live all over the States. I, reside, half the year in Dallas, the other half in Seattle. Terry resides in Michigan. The bass player is from Seattle. Our drummer's from Dallas. But we're based in Omaha. Though the band, I think, originally was founded in Kansas City, Missouri.
Right. The reason for Omaha is Chuck Hopkins, the original bass player who played on the EP, Crying the
Who's
Night.
still very involved with
Yeah,
Banshee.
he played bass on this new record, on Mindslave. But he chose not to tour because of his current job. He couldn't really...
So he's more of a studio musician.
Well, he wanted to be part, I wanted him to be part of this, and he wanted, he's managing the band as well. But he just couldn't go on the road with us. He wanted to very badly, but he couldn't. So that's kind of why we recorded up in Omaha, and we rehearsed there because Chuck's there, and he produced the record as well. And I got to give a shout out to Jim Holman, who was very instrumental in the recording of this record. He was the engineer and
Jim Holman?
Yeah. You know what I said?
I think he said Holman.
Jim Holman, I'm sorry.
You gotta spell it right. No, hey, but the cool thing about having Chuck, is that the new Banshee album features one half of the original lineup that was on that Crying the Night EP. I mean, that's who played all the bass on that record was Chuck Hopkins.
Now, are you writing everything?
I wrote all of the material for this record. George wrote most of the lyrics. I wrote a lot. I wrote lyrics for. Well, you helped on pretty much all of them. 2
or 3 of the songs he had lyrics, melodies. I wrote all lyrics and melodies aside from 2 or 3 songs.
Right.
And it's a collaboration.
Right.
I mean, certainly a
music.
collaborative effort.
I had all the songs written and pretty much arranged, and then
I came in with vocals and melodies,
right.
and we put our 2 heads together, and you know, rocked it up and made it, you know, the kick-ass, killer, true metal record that it turned out to be, you know, harking back to an earlier Banshee period rather than the drastic direction change that left a lot of people cold, frankly.
Here we go. This is, he's going to show you. Now, in fact, I'm going to come down there with you guys and enjoy this next song because these guys rock. They don't even need a singer. They got me up here for looks. But listen to this shit. These guys kick it. It's called Phalanx from the new album.
Been going?
Fun, good, interesting.
How long has it been going on for?
It's we've been
Sixth
when we
show?
started. Well, yeah, this is like the 6th or so.
Started with Warriors of Metal in Ohio, then we played with Warrant, Skid Row, Firehouse, and Trickster in Buckley, Michigan, a festival. It was really cool.
That seems like you'd be too heavy for that.
We were.
Well, you know, I think they booked it, the
Trust me.
promoter and whatnot. They booked it based on, you know, shit down the night. You know, they saw the old video. They thought, oh, these guys are fucking
But people loved us, man.
They
people
did, they really did.
you know, we you know, all those people still love the heavy stuff, a lot of them, you know, so we kind of were different, you know, and
I think what ended up happening was, you know, it's, you know, it's heavier. It's, I mean, what we're doing is heavy, but it's not so heavy that it alienates that type of crowd, you know.
It's got
so
elements of classic metal, 80s, but it's more, you know, a little bit more modern, you know, and but you know, I don't really try to write for the market, you know. I mean, I just really pretty much wrote these songs. This is what I felt, you know, and songs that just really inspired me. And the Dio tribute song, for example, you know, that's really.
And the Dio tribute song, Legend Lost, that was indeed completely written by. Oh no, it wasn't.
No,
because I wrote the lyrics, but
I wrote
the melody lines.
The first part of the
Well,
lyrics.
he wrote the
Very
music, and the melody lines were all Terry's on that song as well. So that was,
Now, there's a song that
hats
really,
off.
well, I'm going to have to mention this song, King of Nothing.
What about it?
I'm not going to go into detail, but that song has some pretty significant meaning to me. And I can just...
Is that the one you wrote about Obama?
No, not about Obama. Not about Obama.
King of Nothing, was that? No.
But anyway, anyone who really knows the history of the band can listen to that song, and you can have your own interpretation on it. And if you figure out who it's about, you get a gold star. No, I'm kidding. But no, it's not about him. I think it's kind of obvious who it's about, but you know, I'm not going to say any names.
They're frenemies. They love each other.
And sometimes those boyfriends, those girlfriends, or husbands or wives are some cheating ass motherfuckers, right? That's how we say it in Texas, cheating ass motherfuckers, right? We're in a few of those, right? Well, when you discover their bullshit and what they've been up to, that's when they've been unearthed.
Brother cheating ass bitches and 9 motherfuckers out there.
Question, what's the weirdest thing that's happened to you ever playing shows?
Oh,
as Banshee or other bands?
Great. No, man, there's been such crazy things. You know, what was that fight over there? The weirdest thing, I can tell you, some of the coolest things have been just, you know, having guys like King Diamond out at the shows.
Nice.
You know, he's out at Azkath show, King Diamond, you know, sitting out there. You know, hanging out with members of Judas Priest, you know, friends with Scott Travis. You know, these are, you know, bands I grew up with, and then just, you know, being in the same car with the guys going to Wendy's and saying, "Yeah, I want to order one Frosty, my friend," you know, doing that, you know, with members of Judas Priest. It's like, it's surreal, you know, to say the least. You know, it's cool, you know.
Well, where can people get the CD at the moment?
BansheeRocks.com.
CD Baby, all the traditional outlets at the shows.
You can get downloads on what is it? iTunes. We have a Banshee on our Banshee store at BansheeRocks.com. You can buy the record at iTunes. We have
Amazon.com.
Amazon.
All the traditional places, but you know, I mean, if you're like me and you like that actual CD, you don't want just the, you know, ethereal download.
Yeah.
Go to BansheeRocks.com. Order. He's trying to get you.
That way you can get the lyrics and find the true meaning to the songs.
Yeah, all the lyrics are in the book.
There's a lot of meaning to the lyrics in these songs. With the, you know, it's kind of 20 years of experience in my life, and you know, they can be interpreted in a lot of different ways. But they're, you know, they have very important meaning to me and George, who helped write the majority of them. So.
Okay, and what about Azkath? Where can people find stuff on Azkath?
AzkathBand.com. You know, it's still the place. You can go to Facebook, CD Baby, iTunes, Amazon. You know, all the usual places. And most of your fine independent metal retailers will carry this stuff. And if you get desperate, there's always eBay. There's always, you know, those places. I mean, of course, they're a little pricier on eBay and whatnot, but you can find the stuff out there, and always at shows as well. So.
How do you guys feel about the whole MP3 revolution, if you might call it that?
It's good and bad. It's a dual-edged sword, man. You know, it's easy for people to burn your stuff, but then I guess it was also with cassettes. You know,
right.
Remember the cassette thing? Oh, piracy, it's killing music. So, you know, I think that it's certainly it's made it extremely easy for people to, you know, get music out to your buddies, your friends. You know, you can rip a CD, you put it on your iPod, you burn your shit. I mean, it's like, you know, like the food today. You got your microwave, everything's fast, it's easy, it's quick, it's boom. But the downside is that in a way it's taken a lot of the traditional avenues, traditional sales and whatnot, and kind of, you know, dipped into that and made it a little more difficult to get, you know, paid that way.
What do you think the future of the music scene is going to hold for us?
Man, I hate to speculate, dude, but I think that it'll get more and more digital, and maybe, you know, I mean, they say that you know, the hard disk, all that stuff will be gone. I don't know. Vinyl seems to be making a comeback.
Right.
So
that's true.
Who's to say? You know, I mean. You know, I mean, the last two Azkath CDs were released on vinyl, you know, and have done very well. And I never thought I missed the vinyl thing in my career. I never thought there'd be a vinyl record of Azkath ever. And now there's two, and there's talk of releasing all the back catalog, and they want to do the new one, the forthcoming one on vinyl, and I'm all for it, man. That's what I grew up with, and it's cool. You got the huge art.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys all love vinyl, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, I still got a huge vinyl collection. I mean, I tried to turn
all my Kiss stuff.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. So.
Sadly, I got rid of all of mine.
See, I started to, and then I stopped, and so, you know, hopefully, there's just no telling, man. We'll see what happens.
Take care, so it keeps the rock going. Love it, man, and it's our honor, and we're very proud to be on stage alongside the one and only Terry Dunn. Right now, this is from that first album. It's called Cry in the Night.
You want to see how long you can keep that thing going?
Anything else we haven't covered that people should know about the band?
Yes.
Well, we have some new members. Of course, George is the singer. We have
Formerly
Vinny.
of Omen,
Right.
currently of Azkath, currently of
We have a
Banshee.
killer young drummer, 22-year-old Vinny Parma from Dallas. He's a great drummer, great showman. I've gotten a lot of compliments about his playing tonight and his showmanship. Mika Horiuchi from Celador on Metal Blade Records, and he was playing with a band called Falling in Reverse, who's very big right now. What's that? What's it called? Emo music? I don't know. I don't know.
I have heard of them.
Anyway, so he's a great bass player, great person, and I just thought I'd mention their names.
Cool. Well, how long has this lineup been together?
Since, what was it? When did we roll out? July? I guess July.
Something like that.
Who's the most recent member?
Vinny.
Vinny Parma. Who, the drummer that played on the record, Marty Shireman.
That's right. Let's not forget to mention.
He couldn't, he couldn't do the tour because of financial constraints.
Great drummer, great person. We love him.
Awesome dude.
Love him a lot.
And he actually did do. I think he started the tour with us. We did Warriors of Metal and whatnot, and would have loved to, where he could continue with the band. But the guy, he had, like a lot of people, house payments, car payments,
Right.
and a lot of things that prevent your average guy from just getting out on the road and just doing it balls to the wall. And so, unfortunately, man, we shouldn't get into all this personal bullshit.
You gotta be insane though, like us, to be doing this.
Did you say you were an Omen?
I was an Omen for 3 years,
When?
actually. From, was it 07 to 2010?
Okay, so a newer incarnation of Omen.
Yeah. I was actually on the Bloodsteel Vengeance release, which featured one song with me on it, and the rest were, complete, like a best of. But it had a demo of preview of the album we were gonna put out, and then we went our separate ways. But it was a great time. It was really cool.
All right.
My run in Omen. Did you not? You didn't know about that?
Had no idea.
Yeah. Go to YouTube and punch in Omen George
Okay,
Cole.
anyway, no. No, I'm kidding.
This is Banshee Hour, man. We're talking about
That's
Banshee tonight. And you know what? Truly, this album, Mindslave, it's one of the best things I've ever been involved with musically. It's been, truly, I wasn't just talking shit on stages. It's a pleasure and an honor to play alongside Terry Dunn, the guy.
Likewise.
He is a phenomenal musician, a great songwriter, a good guitar player. And these songs, the sound that we got, the production value, when you guys take this thing home and listen to it, you're going to be like, wow.
Hey, you left out a good person.
Oh. Who's that?
No, he's like, who? You're talking about me, man.
Oh, yeah, Terry Dunn.
All around nice guy, man.
Well, that's
Except when I'm throwing shoes at George.
How often do you throw shoes at George?
Oh, not very often.
Now and again, yeah.
Only when I've been up 24 hours.
Is it particularly fun to throw shoes at him rather than other people?
No, I wasn't really throwing a shoe at him. I was just, I know that's gonna end up on a T-shirt or something. I guarantee you, man. It's gonna be a poster, a picture of me with a shoe in my hand.
It's actually the only part of the interview we're going to put up online.
The shoe throwing? No.
Should I start the camera now? Well, my battery's about dead, so I'm going to stop the camera.
All right.
Hey, rock on, people. Thank you so much for the interview. Appreciate it. Go to the websites, get the new album.
Take care.
Mindslave,
Mindslave, BansheeRocks.com.
Check out, this is actually on TV for quite a while, and the lesson there, let it be, don't fight with your band members, or you could have gone to great history, It's called Shoot Down the Night!